Today is day 14. The game from day 13 went well with the tactic that I had used. Even though I should have checked it fully because there was a move that the opponent could have made that would have made an even game. Okay, so let's start this game. Okay, I'm going to go e5. It's attacking this piece, so I'll protect it with this knight. If he takes this, he can take that. Although I'm okay with that. That's a tactic in order to get an extra pawn, but then I can just take this pawn, and then I can continue with my development. I'll have to check to see if that's something I should be doing, or should I be protecting this piece by moving. Okay, I don't have to worry about that now. So he could come here. So what should I do? If I go there, I think I will go there, because that gives me a chance to bring out this bishop and this bishop. Because I would like to make sure that this horse cannot come down here. Or this, sorry, I keep calling it a horse, it's a knight. Okay, so he takes there. What's the danger of taking here? Oh, then he can take here. So I'm going to go there anyhow. Yeah, there's two pieces here. So I've got to make sure that I have something protecting this one. This might be an interesting move here. If he takes there, I take with the pawn. He takes with this, I take with that. Although this doesn't start any pieces there, so I think I'm just going to go here. The other place he could go is here, or he could come down here. But anyhow, for now I'm going to go just here. I would like to get this pin out, so probably exchange. If he tries to protect this, I'm going to exchange it, because I can still move this. So his plan is to go here. Which would be checkmate, so I had to be careful. I don't want to really push this ahead. I've pushed this ahead, then you can take here. then it's my pawn structure for protecting my king is off. The other move I could do is to go here. So I'll try that. If he comes down here, I can just take the horse. Or the knight. I think I might castle in this way. In this direction. Because the pieces are more or less on this side. Um, so, he hasn't castled yet, and I haven't castled. So, I could wait one more move, I guess. Because there is something I could do here. I could go there. He has to move his piece. And then I could castle. So see how this works out. Still protecting this with 2 pieces. Which I should have checked. I didn't check on that. But again, he can't move this piece. If he moves here or here, I can take this piece here. I really have to be worried about that though. I've got to castle soon. Because if I'm forced to move my queen, it's gonna be game over. So there's still 2 pieces against that. If I move this here to take this piece, I guess I'm still okay, so I'll go there. Now, I'll go there to threaten the queen. He just has to go here, and then I can't protect it. So I think what I'm going to do is move this piece. Can't move it there because the queen is here. Although, I guess I could, because if he takes it here, then I'm going to take his rook. Yeah, I do have to be careful here. I know this is something you shouldn't really do, but I'll try it anyhow. I'm going to kind of put this in as bait and see if he takes it. He didn't take the bait. So that was kind of a wasted move. Yeah, I gotta get my piece out of here. What exactly is he threatening here? Yeah, that wasn't a good plan. I wasted a move, so that may cause some pain for me. But at least I have, if I go here, then I can still get this piece. Except unless he does what he just did. So that's a very good move on his part. Uh, let's see. I think for now what I'll do is I'll just castle. Which is what he's doing too. This is good because since he castled, I may be able to take his queen. Oh, that's game over. So let's do the review. It says you won with a nice tactic. Let's look at it together. Whew! I didn't play at a very high level here. Although we both made some mistakes, obviously. I didn't have any blunders though. And they had 3 great moves. I'm not sure. I must have made some huge mistakes. So let's go through this game. Okay. This opens the king's pawn, controls the center, and opens up the light squared bishop, which makes sharper games. Okay, so and my move, it's a very common response to this, and it puts a presence in the center. It controls d4, which is this, and opens up the queen, so the queen can come here, and the bishop can come here. Knight f3 develops the knight towards the center, so it's targeting these areas here in the center. There, but not terribly worried about that. I don't think he's going to move there unless there's a piece hanging. Attacks the e5 pawn, which I need to protect, and prepares the castle. So yes, preparing to castle because as soon as he moves this out, he can castle. So my response was to, I developed my knight on c6, and it puts the knight towards the center, so it's covering. It can go here, here, or it can protect this piece. This is the Roy Lopez opening, which I like to do as white. It develops the bishop to immediately attack the knight on c6, which is the lone defender of the e. So if it's a lone defender of this, so if he takes this, then this piece can be taken. Oops, went 2 moves ahead. So I went there, which is a book move. It develops a knight and it attacks the undefended e4 pawn. So this isn't defended, so it's attacking that. d3, it protects this pawn and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. So that's a good move. Yeah, this is I left my pawn hanging. Yes, I did leave this pawn hanging here. Yeah, I should have developed this piece here. I shouldn't have tried to protect this pawn. I'm not sure why I did that. I'll have to look back sometime at the video. So I went, oh, okay, I went up here. Well, one thing I was hoping he would come here. That's something that can be done sometimes. In order for this to happen, then he can't castle. But anyhow, that was considered a mistake. So, ouch, you left your pawn hanging. So I left this pawn hanging. You got a chance to recapture and activate a queen at the same time. Yeah, he should have recaptured here, and then he could have. The queen would have been activated because it had a clear path. I shouldn't have taken with that. Yeah, this is moving this piece twice. If I had a chance to develop, I should have moved my queen out here. Yeah, they can take advantage of this pinned piece. I guess that's a piece we're referring to. So he came there. They capitalized on the pin, winning material. Oh, this is the pin there that they capitalized on. He go here, and I can't move there. So I saw that that's a dangerous situation, so I went here, which is okay. It was a good move. He wants to exchange now. The exchange was okay. Now he brings out he should have castled, I guess. You get a chance to pin a knight to the king. Oh, okay, he should have castled, then he could have moved a piece over to pin it with the queen or with the rook. Instead he came out here. I think he was just going for the hopefully I wouldn't see that kind of situation. But, oh, that was actually a good job. And I used a pin. I pinned this piece also. So he has to deal with this pin. You get a chance to win a knight by adding pressure to the pinned piece. So this gave me a chance to put pressure. I could have went here. He can't move this piece. So I would have had a chance to take that piece. Yeah, right away if there's a pinned piece and I can have access to it, if I can threaten it with the pawn or some other piece, I should do it, but I didn't do it. That's in that situation. I thought that I'd do something else, like threaten the queen and then hopefully get the rook or this pawn here. So you should have went there because that would have prevented this and from that happening. No, it wouldn't have prevented that, but it would have prevented this from happening. And then it puts pressure on this piece because if I was to move, it puts pressure on the knight. See, now I'm able to win a knight by adding pressure to a pinned piece. But that's still good though. They said it's a great move. It's a way to win material. Yeah, that was that was kind of like a move I shouldn't have made. Because I could have had a tactic. The tactic would have been having two pieces against he just had one here. Of course he had to move this piece here, which puts it in an awkward position when it's on the side because it only has access to the square here instead of being in the center and having access to more squares. So he went there. What's really odd, they say he should take here. Let me find out. Seems to me as if he's going to lose a rook. He takes here. See, I thought I would go there. You would go here. I would go there. Oh. I don't know why. Gives white the advantage there. I guess because my piece would have been trapped. And I would have lost two pieces and there's only one lost there. Should have went there. And it gives him a chance to come out here. Oof. That doesn't look good. That was a brilliant move, it says. Would have given the chance for a brilliant move, so anyhow, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to try to tempt fate by not... What I should have done is come down here. I kept on putting off that. That's probably why it's telling me that my rating was quite low for this game. Because I had this move here, just waiting. And all he had to do was castle to take off this pressure. Which he did. Which wasn't a good move because now you're able to win a queen through a fork. So I did see that. So I noticed that once you're in this is your opponent's territory here. Once you're in that territory with a piece, they really have to watch out, especially with the knight. Because the knight can have the ability to cause a check to happen, which it did here. So I did go through, and then it was the person resigned at that point. Okay, see you in the next game, and have a great day.